so much, Marie, for sharing that story with beauty and authenticity. As you can see from all of our speakers today, children's hospitals have a unique opportunity to leverage voluntary charitable giving to create a more expansive approach to elevating the health and well-being of children. So let's look at the current landscape for both hospitals and philanthropy, as well as the glistening opportunities on the horizon. Children's hospitals have demonstrated stronger liquidity and better operating profitability in the eye of a storm that has severely harmed adult acute care hospitals. Children's hospitals have also demonstrated greater stability through measures including increasing their median days of cash on hand. Fitch Ratings is fast to note children's hospitals also enjoy higher median bond ratings due to these factors and to the strong philanthropic support of children's hospitals. However, there are still staggering exceptions, including children's hospitals that reported operating losses last year that exceeded $100 million. Further, financial prognosticators like Fitch and S&P Global are raising red flags about the future financial health of children's hospitals as they face escalating labor and supply costs. Children's hospitals also have high risk exposure due to the amount of money coming from state and federal budget sources. As a result, many children's hospitals are becoming more financially conservative, which can slow down investment in capital, programs, community outreach, and more. That's where philanthropy comes in. Philanthropy has been instrumental in funding core clinical programs to address complex and chronic illness and injury. As you know, giving also enables services that aren't reimbursed, but that make a children's hospital extraordinarily special. Whether it is toys and gaming through Child Life, social work, the visit of a big furry dog through pet therapy, in-hospital education, or the joy and confidence that comes through music therapy, philanthropy supports a child in still being a whole child. Yet while our children's hospitals provide an incredible array of hospital-based clinical services, there is so much more work to be done. And our ability to do it is constrained first and foremost by access to dollars. So it's time to ask philanthropy to do more. Children's hospitals must take on a larger role in securing the health of our children outside our four walls and out in the community. Hospitals are now taking a more proactive role in driving prevention and health equity. A lot of this comes down to addressing the social determinants of health, which are non-medical factors that influence health, such as the conditions in which children are born and grow. This includes having access to nutritious food, stable housing, safe places to play, and early childhood education. This also involves addressing the closely related issue of health equity. For example, children's hospitals care for all children regardless of ability to pay. Despite that, there are still systems and structures such as racism that can thwart a child's ability to get access to the care they need. When children's hospitals take an active stand to proactively address the drivers of health status and health equity hand in hand, it can change the trajectory of a child's life. That's why it's essential for us to get out into the community to do this big, exciting, transformational, upstream work to better care for kids. However, since this work is generally not reimbursable, vibrant philanthropy is essential to do it well. Beyond addressing drivers of health equity, as Dr. Maxwell also shared, children's hospitals must improve our ability to care for the whole child by addressing not only their physical health, but also their mental, emotional, and social well-being. Today, there is a mental health crisis for the children in this country. And unfortunately, right now, many kids facing mental health issues land in our emergency departments because most communities don't have the infrastructure or resources to care for them in the way we would want to care for them. Addressing this gap will require critical conversations, both with payers and with visionary donors. While donors have not always been asked to give to support this work, donors are ready to do so. So we must effectively articulate not only our vision for addressing the mental health of children and adolescents, but also what is needed now that donors and funders could provide. This is some big stuff, but that means it's time to push harder. We can't afford to find this daunting. This moment of financial constraint, coupled with abundant opportunity to make a bigger impact, simply illuminates an opportunity for philanthropy to step up. So now is the moment to lean in sharing how philanthropy can provide a sustainable, low-risk revenue source to power your hospital's strategic and missional aspirations to care for kids. It's also a moment to amplify your message to donors about how their partnership can secure the health and well-being of our children. Philanthropy is also positioned to deliver, giving as a growing revenue source with a high return on investment. According to the Association for Healthcare Philanthropy, children's hospitals enjoy an exceptional return on investment of about $7 for each dollar invested in fund development. You know there's no clinical service line that can provide this rate of return. So here's how you can elevate philanthropy now. First, the capacity of individual donors to invest has been negatively impacted by the current economy. Donors say they feel uncertain in the face of the highest interest rates in 40 years, coupled with anemic investment income. Donors also say they have less discretionary income right now. So that means we must more thoughtfully forge and foster values-based relationships with donors. Donors are still giving generously to causes they deeply believe in and care about. So we must take the time to really understand the impact they want to make. Also, now is a good time to seek gifts from assets rather than income. Second, it's getting harder to find donors. The number of households giving to charity has dipped below 50% for the first time in history. And the trend line? It's all down. That participation will continue to decrease. At the same time, the industry average for donor retention sits at 43%, which is egregious. So we must quit relying on acquiring new donors to backfill losses created when donors leave. Simply, you must focus on retention. We must do a better job caring for those who have already demonstrated commitment to us. So whether you are considering corporate, foundation, or individual partners, it's essential to affirm the value of their partnership, to demonstrate faithful stewardship, to express gratitude, and to share how children's hospitals are achieving the good donors have in mind. Third, you must leverage the rocket fuel Children's Miracle Network Hospitals provides. CMN Hospitals harnesses the incredible commitment of key corporate partners across our country. These corporate partners provide an abundance of organic connections to the customers and communities they serve. Children's Miracle Network Hospitals provides a unifying force to crystallize and communicate a powerful story of how philanthropy can advance children's health that would be utterly elusive to children's hospitals on their own. In this era of big challenges and big opportunities, CMN Hospital's role as a catalyst and convener is more important than ever before. So consider how you will further leverage this valuable partnership to strengthen your hospital's ability to elevate the health and well-being of children from all life experiences. Also, consider how you can continue to fulfill your commitments both to CMN Hospitals and to sponsors, partners, and allies by demonstrating how their efforts will be sustainable, how we will be accountable, and how children's hospitals are genuinely moving the dial on elevating health. Finally, never forget philanthropy is about the love of humankind. It's about other-centeredness and stepping forward to support others. It's about living and expressing our values and beliefs. Whether love of humankind is expressed to the cash register of a retail partner or through a major gift, it is about people coming together for the greater good. So I hope you always, always keep love and values at the center of each relationship. I also encourage you to remember the power of people stepping forward in partnership is something rare and precious. We must steward these relationships with reverence. During this Children's Hospital Week, I know you're looking back at the legacy of incredible accomplishments and looking forward to the possibilities ahead. As you pursue the opportunities on the horizon, getting there is all about connectivity. It is about connecting the dots between physical, mental, social, and emotional health. It is about connecting the dots between clinical health and drivers of health like food, housing, education, and racism. It is about connecting an expanding circle of donors and allies to step forward for kids. This means we stand on the precipice of something really exciting. However, it also means you have to get ready. It's time to pull out a blank sheet of paper or a box of Legos and ensure your strategy places you on a path to the future we know is possible. It's time to ensure you deploy your budget, talent, and influence toward leveraging the potential that exists. However, you are ready, and so are your donors. So now is the time. Finally, I want to say thank you. I stand before you as a philanthropy executive, a health executive, and the mother of 2 miracle kids who started their lives with 2 months in a neonatal intensive care unit. I will always be grateful that Children's Hospital was ready for our entire family the moment we needed them. Woo. Today, my friends are headed to college, both with academic scholarships in hand, so that's where it gets real. Thank you for all you do to advance philanthropy, to care for kids like mine who will defy the odds. There is rampant nobility, honor, and beauty in the work you do to allow children, families, and communities to thrive. And philanthropy can provide solutions to build the future our children deserve. Thank you so much for letting me be with you today.
One more time.